Last episode on sailing Millennial Falcon, we left from Beckway and arrived for an overnight stop at the Pittons in St Lucia. After a brief rest, we then headed further north to Martinique to stock up on some food for when my family arrived. We also ate a bit too much cheese and wine ourselves. We then left early to make the 60-mile sail up to Portsmouth in Dominica, where we finally met up.
So we've just woken up in Dominica. We moved the anchor once already. Hopefully that's the last time. I wasn't happy with where we ended up.
Can I add, we did have a domestic about this. We are...
Like, I'm so sick of you making me move the anchor every time. You just, we set it and you decide you don't like it and then we have to haul it. I have to haul it. By hand, because the windlass doesn't work.
Okay, and a domestic.
That's an accurate
we did have
representation of what happened.
A domestic did finish. I know he brought it up him, but still, that's fine. Carry on.
Starting over. We're going to go ashore to customs now. There's also apparently a market on Saturday mornings, so we're going to go and try and catch that before it closes up. And then we're tidying up the boat because Khiara's family arrives tomorrow. So. We're all checked in. The customs office is in kind of what seems to be a wrecker's yard.
Yeah, it's really strange. I would have never found it had it not been for somebody who was also checking out at the same time. We just followed him and made conversation. We weren't just being creeps.
Yeah, we were just creeping up behind somebody. They look like they've got custom stuff.
So now our plan is to go and find one of these local markets that apparently is pretty good on a Saturday. And we're going to stock up on food for the arrival of my family.
Avocados? Oh man.
The lady just wiped them all out. She just took them all.
Oh, cleaned out. Rained out. I don't think it's going to end though. We're just going to have to walk in.
I wonder if his ankle windlass still works. It's probably better than ours.
You can salvage that, maybe.
I reckon that's...
It's a well kitted out boat for a wreck.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not been picked clean. More clean. I feel like we're sanitising this place for children a little bit. We're putting in all the old man steps, old people steps. And the grab rails and the swim ladders that we've just never used and never installed, and we're making all the sitting places all nice so you have a place to sit.
In my parents' defence, at the moment my dad has a busted shoulder which he needs surgery for. He can't, however, get the surgery until after Christmas, so he's coming here with a torn muscle from his ligament and he will only be able to use one hand. So we are old personingify. We're making this boat user-friendly for him. So this is the first time we've actually set up the V-berth.
This is fine. You're going to have problems. There's not a lot of room left for you, but this is good.
So pretty much I'll just be curled up here in the corner. Is that right? We are giving my parents our bed and we've taken the V-berth. Apparently it's that comfy he's asleep already.
It's pretty good. It's no worse than the back.
Oh, good.
Probably wouldn't be as nice when we're underway though. It'd be like, whoa, whoa.
This morning we are doing the final bit of cleaning before my parents arrive. So I've laid out all of the nice stuff. I'm contemplating whether to put some chocolates on the pillows. If I knew that it actually wouldn't melt in the Caribbean, then I would. But we are trying to do all last minute cleaning and everything, and then later on today at about 3 o'clock we're going to go meet them in the in a bar. While I've been cleaning, I found some more sunglasses. Some more sunglasses to lose, woohoo! Well, at least now I have a grand total of 3, and I think that my parents might be bringing me some more, so supplies are now replenished.
What time is it?
It's time! It's time! It's time! The parentals are here! Well, they hopefully should be in a taxi on the way to the bar.
After showing the parents around the boat, we then settled in for a night of cheese, wine and catching up. Yeah, that's what you get there.
A new iPad holder for the steering wheel.
Looks like you're breaking it.
It came pre-broken, I'm fixing it. Story of my life.
We've got lots of other stuff too. Come up white.
No, that's alright. What is it?
Reef friendly zinc cream. We were chatting to someone on Instagram and she makes her own butters and creams and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. I've just been smelling them all. They smell so delicious.
Look at this one.
But she gave us a little Christmas package that my parents have just brought over. So this is like zinc cream, and I have some charcoal toothpaste here too.
Sleep aid and muscle rub. Be calm. Sleep aid and muscle rub.
Oh, where was that when we were in the yard?
Rum. I know, yeah, where was that 7 weeks ago?
So yeah, thanks for these.
Much appreciated.
So many things that I've ordered like months ago that I kind of forgot that I ordered.
Well, that's what we were thinking.
And also on top of that, my parents have then bought Christmas presents.
What's for breakfast? Chewy?
We have some bacon, scrambled eggs and toast with freshly made bread. Ooh. And coffees and teas all round. Just quickly, it's amazing how I haven't actually done all this for this many people on this boat before, and I'm suddenly realising that it's so much easier with when you're back at home and you have like 4 or 5 or 6 burners on your stove, and all of a sudden I have to deal with 3, and I'm like, how do I do all this?
That's a pretty slick shirt you got there, mate.
Yeah, you like it?
Who got you that?
Skipper.
Skipper?
The parents-in-laws.
Turn around.
Oh no, not Skipper, first mate. First mate Chewy.
I'm going to write in permanent marker on the back, Chewy.
Yeah.
Underneath in quotations. So it's a beautiful still morning in Portsmouth in Dominica. The rain has subsided. It was a little bit rainy and windy for the last couple of days, but so far so good. I'm sure the orographic rainfall will come pouring down that hill any moment now, but so far so good. We're going to get a nice morning sunshine for our breakfast, which is fantastic. The plan today is as yet unknown. We're going to have breakfast, probably go ashore, go for a little bit of a walk, possibly over to this fort over here, play with some of our new toys, and generally just have a nice day. Probably a good old-fashioned Australian Christmas lunch. We bought about 6 fish last night, and we've got a bunch of chicken as well. So we'll cook up a storm and get fat, dumb and happy for the rest of the day.
Adam's just running around using this gyro stabilizer thing.
You want to see how stable the footage is when I do that?
The boy's gone mad.
Please don't throw yourself in the water. Alright.
Stay with me.
Oh dear.
I also at the same time was filming, so we're doing not a competition, we're doing the same moves, we're running up and down the inside of the boat and we're jumping up and down. I was filming on my camera and he was filming on his camera, so we're gonna have a look at the footage, see if it's any better. Alright, let's jump.
Jump.
Okay, now let's walk over here and back again. And then what else should we do?
Run from one side of the boat to the other.
Okay.
And go back.
And go back.
Go back. No, upstairs. Go upstairs.
Go, go.
Quick, quick.
Millennials
You
much?
can't even tell when my feet hit the ground or anything.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so good. So I'm just brushing my teeth with charcoal.
That's new.
I'm just it doesn't taste it doesn't taste bad. It tastes quite nice so far. But I'll see how clean our teeth are afterwards. I just look really weird.
I want to try it too. Ooh, scary.
I look like I have black
I instinctively
lipstick
just go like, rah.
Sparkly whites.
Oh yeah, they are actually.
I think Adam and I were actually having too much fun kind of messing around with having black teeth than we were brushing our teeth. All dressed up and nowhere to go. Again, the rain. We finally managed to make it to land without getting completely rained on. We are, however, sheltering under a tree because there is rain coming on the way. Oh, surprise, surprise. So what we were planning to do today was have a nice little walk up to Fort Shirley, which is a fort all the way over there with bright orange roof on. Ow!
What'd you do?
Poked myself in the eye with my little hat.
So we've just walked into the Caribs National Park, home to Fort Rupert.
Cabrits, by the way, not
Cabrits?
Caribs. Caribs are the people who used to live here.
Sorry.
Cabrits is the name of the
Easy
national
mistake
park.
to make though. Apparently this is one of the finest specimens of a colonial fort in the Caribbean. So
18th century.
yes, should be very well preserved. It's not
Yeah.
the sunniest day ever, but they do call this the land of rainbows, and they call it that for a reason. So
You can't have a rainbow without the rain.
so
I think you'll also notice as well, and I think you'll appreciate, everyone, that I have found a sunglass holder. And there should, in theory, no longer be sunglasses dropped or damaged or lost. I might occasionally step on them, but there should be a lot less sunglass fatalities
for now.
for now.
At least you've got about 8,000 pairs to replace the
Yeah.
fatalities.
Exactly.
Fort Shirley is home to some incredible historical achievements. In 1802, African slave soldiers mutinied against the 8th West India Regiment, an uprising that contributed to the emancipation of all slave soldiers in the British Empire 5 years later. Fort Shirley also overlooks Rodney Bay, which is next to the stretch of water between Dominica and the Islands of the Saints to the north. In 1782, Sir George Bridges Rodney faced off against the French and Spanish fleets who sought to take Jamaica, the last British stronghold in the region, in the Battle of the Saints. During this battle, Rodney broke the protocol from which the term battleship is derived and cut the French line, decimating their fleet, winning the day and changing naval warfare tactics forever.
It's bright and early in the morning, just about 6:45, and we are all getting ready pretty frantically because a tour guide is coming to pick us up, and he's going to take us to Indian River, which is just down the road here, or just down the ways here, and it's apparently like a little kind of like rowing river tour of a jungle area where they used to film, where they did film Pirates of the Caribbean.
Indian River is the widest of Dominica's 365 rivers and is home to much wildlife. It's also famous for the filming of some scenes in Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. Outboards are prohibited in the river, so a local guide is often the popular choice when visiting.
You're gonna have to retie this because I'm really bad at tying us on. I don't know what a clove hitch is, so say it again. You
You're
might
a
need
sailor.
to retie it.
Tightens down on itself. You do know what a clove hitch is. You do it all the time. You just don't know you're doing it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
You tie on the fenders and things.
Oh, yeah. Ah, okay.
When you're tying on poles like this,
What was
It's a hummingbird.
Oh, I missed it.
Spiders.
There's no spiders, there's just the webs.
No, don't mind that much.
I'm human shield, am I?
No.
Yeah, right. Whoa, that's a good one.
That is a big spider.
No, it's a big spider web. What is it?
Oh look, hummingbird.
Oh, it's so quick.
Oh my god, second time now he's just missed this hummingbird.
I was looking at the spider.
Adam's gone full Aussie. He's taken his shoes off and is now walking in thick mud.
Feeling on my back. It's not cold rain.
Not quite convinced of the sunshine just yet. We're still got our hoodies on.
Good day for the sail.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's a bit flat for a sail, but let's at least try.
What's the plan this afternoon, Keith?
So, we've just had a delicious fish dinner. This was a fish that we were meant to eat on Christmas night, and we never did because we just filled up too much on cheese. So we ended up just cooking the fish in the oven, had a nice salad with it, and now we're going to head off and go up to some of the Guadeloupe islands called Isle des Saints, or the Saints, because I can't say it in French. And we're just about to head off pretty soon. For once, the sky is clear, so we're kind of like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. So we don't need to sail in the rain. It seems to be like pretty good wind, so I'm actually looking forward to the sail. I think it's going to be a nice, pleasant sail. This is the first time my mum has ever sailed in a sailboat. How about you? Have you ever sailed in a sailboat?
Oh, about 30 years ago.
Okay. Alright, he gets really badly seasick, so we'll see how he goes with that. But he has stocked up on tablets, so
All drugged up.
should be good. He is well and truly drugged.
How are you feeling, Nones? You ready to hoist the
Yeah.
mainsail, take the wheel, batten down the hatches?
Yeah, sure. Alright, so the dinghy, sorry, not the dinghy, I'm just putting the dinghy ladder up now. The anchor chain seems to be stuck under something, so we're going forwards.
Yeah, we caught under a massive piece of like concrete with big steel bars. The chain is like looped under it. I need you to drive forward about 5 feet.
Okay.
When I go down, so you slacken off the chain so I can.
Okay, alright.
Well, this is the first.
Alright,
Just give it like 3 seconds forward and go to neutral.
okay, no problems. I'm a full lock to the left. Well, no wonder we weren't moving on our anchor.
Yeah.
Oh, sleep, yeah. Didn't even need a freaking anchor.
There's an old mooring block down there. It's like a big slab of concrete with big steel rebarb, steel bars hanging out of the sides, and our chain was just looped up around all the steel bars. We've obviously swung over it and hooked it.
Yep. And when we came in here, because it's 26 feet of water, Adam couldn't see the bottom. So we couldn't have checked the chain. Thankfully, he's managed to go down now and check. Hi everybody, thank you for watching the video, and if you liked it then put a like and thumbs up and follow us and do all those other things that you should do when you like people. Bye bye.